Hello, it is Sunday and it's time for my mental health vlog. Halloween is over. The decorations are down and put back in boxes, and the house is boring again. Definitely too early to decorate for Christmas, but it was a lot easier to take the decorations down than it was to put them up. And I did it all in like over the span of 2 days, in a total of like 3 hours total. So, however, Halloween night, man, how much fun that was. My boyfriend and I, had a cauldron full of candy. And we put our chairs in the front yard. We started with both dogs, but quickly learned that our little rescue was just not ready for that many people. So she went inside. The corgi sat out with us. Our house was like the house this year. People were using our house as like the backdrop for their Halloween family or group pictures. There were people who were so enamored by the decorations that they like forgot to get candy. I tried to like catch people like candy, but it really was awesome. And my boyfriend and I we feel like we nailed Halloween this year, and it was so much fun. It really was. My son went trick-or-treating with his other dad, and he got like a lot of candy and some full-size candy bars. So Halloween was just a successful win overall. I'm sad that it's over, but anyway, Christmas is around the corner. I've never been a huge fan of Thanksgiving, and as I've gotten older and I've learned of how poorly the indigenous people of this country were treated, it's not a holiday I really give a whole lot of crap about, honestly. I do see it as a time for, being thankful for the things that you have. Gratitude is something that's ingrained in any of the addiction 12-step programs. So I definitely get that. And it's about, family and togetherness. But as far as, feasting with the Native Americans and all that crap, I don't give a shit about that. So call me unpopular, but I just don't give a crap. So Thanksgiving to me is just pre-Christmas. It's pre-Christmas. It's the pre-Christmas meal that everyone gets together to prepare for the Christmas meal they're going to have in like 4 more weeks. Anyway, Tuesday had a friend come over to hang out with us for a little bit that I have not seen in a very long time, and it was great to just sit and hang out. I think we watched some movies. Yes, we did. We just watched some movies. It was literally just hanging out, watch movies. We had some soup that my boyfriend made, which was really good, and just hung out, and it was nice. It was really nice just to kind of hang out with somebody. And hang out with a friend I hadn't seen in a while. The divorce is officially filed. It has been over 3 years since we separated. I've reviewed the documentation, and I have filed it. So I will be getting a copy in the mail to sign. My ex will be getting a copy in the mail to sign. I've already let him know it's on the way. So now it's just getting it signed, getting it turned in, and then having it all just processed. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I will finally be able to, more than anything, get my name back. I have been using my old name for work for the last couple years, and it's on my insurance as my old name, but my driver's license and my credit cards or debit cards and stuff all still have the old name. Anything that I do that regards, the law, I have to use my old legal name or my old married legal name. And I'm ready for that to be something that I close the book on. A missed opportunity that I thought about after I filed it was what a great chance it would have been to change my middle name. Years and years and years ago, when my grandfather on my mother's side, who was probably the best human in existence, passed away, my middle initial is H, and I wanted to change my name to his first name. It would have kept the initial the same, but it would have changed the name. I was, kind of convinced to not do that because my middle name came from my dad's side of the family, and it was a family name for them. well, as I've gotten older and wiser and cut my father out from my life, it would have been an awesome opportunity, because I'm changing my name anyway, to go back to what it was, to change my middle name like I wanted to do years ago. And I thought about that the day after we've reviewed and we finalized all the changes and we click submit. And then I'm like, oh, damn, that would have been a great time to do that. So I'm going to sit on that and see how I feel about it in a year or so. And if I still feel the need to remove that portion of my name and replace it with something that I have a little bit more respect for, I'm probably going to do that. So we'll see. I did decide to keep my last name the same because my mother has the same last name. I don't see her changing that. And my son has part of my son's last name is my last name. So I still have that tie to him. So I'll probably keep that the same. Business for my shop has been steady, but I've been like on top of the orders. Like, I don't want to get behind, which is great because I finally have the opportunity to work on some new designs that I've been sitting on for 6+ months because I haven't had the time or machine to do the new designs. And I'm just cranking out new designs after new designs after new designs, and I'm so excited because I get so much joy out of the new stuff. I love it when people see the stuff that I have and they order it, and I see a lot of my same stuff gets ordered over and over and over and over and over again, which is awesome. So I've got, some that are more popular than others. But I love it when I put out new stuff and then I see that getting some traction. It makes me happy. It's part of my side hustle that I really enjoy. Seeing people react to the new designs and thinking that, hey, I made a good choice by turning this into a patch. So I'm enjoying that. Speaking of art, went to a Houston area, what they call a first Saturday market art show or art market. And I've really wanted to go to one for a while, and it's just the stars never aligned for us where it was okay, where we were able to do that. But Saturday we had nothing to do. We had my son, and I'm like, it's nice outside. Let's go and go to the arts market. And I have a friend of mine, actually the two friends who really were there for me when I left the house, and I was able to stay with them until I could find my own place. So I owe a lot to them. And I haven't seen them in over a year, but they've kind of changed, but in the best possible way. They've changed. They're putting out more positive energy into the world. They're better, healthier, happier people. They're really tapping into the creative side. Now, one of them has always been a artist and had a shop and does a lot of bug art, and I actually have several of his pieces here in the house. The other one started with wood crafting, and to see how far he's come, oh man, it was just so amazing. And I was just so proud of him that he's delved into this side of him, and it's really quite something. And that's kind of how he's channeling his positivity and putting it out into the universe, and it's just really cool. And it was great to see them because you do get this positive energy off of them. I mean, they've always been great positive people, but it's different now, but in like the best possible way. And I was just so happy and proud of them, and just loved seeing them. So that was a really good little thing to happen on Saturday. And about 10 minutes later, my son's allergies just started going haywire. He was sneezing his head off. His nose was running. I'm like, okay, well, let's get you home and get some medicine. And we did. And then we were supposed to take him home Saturday evening. And my ex was like, I feel like crap. Can you please keep him overnight? Well, luckily we had extra clothes. We had extra medication for him here, so it was not a problem. We kept him last night, and we took him home today. It was just a great weekend with him. Every weekend's a great weekend with him. We watched some really weird movie on Netflix last night. Some computer animated thing, more focused towards teens, I think. And then, oh God, what was that horrible movie we watched on Friday? It's about this adventurer. It's a cartoon. It's about this adventurer that is half chicken and half rabbit. And at no point in the movie did they ever explain how or why he was half chicken and half rabbit. And I spent the entire movie waiting for that explanation, and I never got it. The movie itself, stupid as shit. But my son enjoyed it, and it was just something we'd seen. That's just something we've seen now. Okay, fantastic. But it was just, good family time. Whatever. My son wanted to play chess, so we played a couple of games of chess. He actually was really good. I had to chase him down for a while before I could get checkmate. He's really good at outmaneuvering that. But it was good. He had a lot of fun with that, and he's very good. He actually ended up beating my boyfriend, but my boyfriend said that wasn't a challenge. But not everyone knows how to play chess or is familiar enough with it. But it was great to see him express that interest, and I was reminded, like, when I was his age, I had this little electronic chessboard with little itty bitty magnetic pieces, and I mentioned to my boyfriend about maybe getting that something for my son to take with him, that he could put in his book bag, and when he and his friends want to play chess at lunch or whatever after school, they can, because it seems like one of his friends likes chess. So, and then my boyfriend was like, well, aren't those like $200? And I'm like, no, not the ones I'm thinking of. Like, no. So the ones I'm thinking of, like $20-$30, or they used to be anyway, so like $30-$40, still something. But anything that I can do to encourage him interacting with other people, I'm 100% here for. So, what else is going on? Wednesday I had my meeting. I was supposed to have a release at work, which have to happen on Wednesdays, so that would have prevented me from going to my meeting this week. But I postponed the release at work another week because we're just not ready for it, and I was able to go to the meeting this week, and I'm really glad I did. And we are reading this book in meetings, so we're like 5 minutes at a time. It's going to take us forever to finish this book. Anyway, so we're reading it like 5 minutes at a time, and the book was talking about conformity and societal norms and whatnot. And this is kind of a piggyback on last week's theme of growing up in a homophobic household. And one of the guys in my group had an amazing, astute observation that I just never, ever thought of. He's like, it's hard for gays in their 40s, and even some of those in their 50s or even late 30s, to really, when we were younger and we knew something was different, we knew that we were gay, there was nothing for us to look at. There was nothing for us to get that knowledge from. There was nowhere for us to look at to know how to be, except for porn or negative media stereotypes. It's like, God, there is no wonder there is so much sexual dysfunction in gays in their 40s because of the fact that we really had no idea what normal was. We had to kind of merge our own normal. It's like we didn't have Will and Grace, which even was like the earliest representation of gays on television, or maybe Ellen was like the earliest representation of gays on television, unless they were portrayed in a negative light. So we really had nothing positive to feed off of, to learn from. It's like, God, no wonder we're all screwed up. It's like, we don't want to always act in a stereotypical fashion, which many of us do when we first come out of the closet, because we have that, like, oh, I'm finally free to be myself. I don't know how to be, so this must be what I'm supposed to do. And that has lessened in generations as people come out, because everything is more normalized and it's more public and it's more available. And gays aren't always shown as the villain or the predator or the disease-carrying plague. I mean, it was just such an astute observation. Like, gosh, no wonder we are so messed up. I mean, gays who are older than me in their 50s and 60s had to deal with the fact that they were losing all of their friends. There aren't a lot of old gay people because not a lot of old gay people survived the AIDS pandemic because the government didn't give a shit and they ignored it because to them they were killing off people they didn't like. So it's just interesting to look at things from a generational point of view and to see things from other people who were in my generation who fought the same kind of things. Like, the only really experience I had looking at anything gay or knowing how I was supposed to behave was my mail that my dad would have gotten that I would have intercepted, that was all about catalogs and videos and toys and whatnot. Or when I was a teenager, the earliest expectation, or the earliest I had access to, was like America Online chat rooms. And that was when people started talking to me in a very sexual way. And that was just kind of my understanding is, okay, this is what it's supposed to be like. This is what I must do. This is what I must be. It was just really eye-opening this weekend. It was something great to explore. And I'm still unpacking that a little bit. But it was a great share. It was a great, really great point. Election day is this week. Please go vote. Remember, there's a lot on the line this election. Women's rights are currently what we're all fighting for. If we lose those, it's only a matter of time before any other minority has come for. Because gays will be next. That's not a question of if, it's when. So, vote with your conscience, vote with your heart, vote with your brain. Hopefully they all align. If they don't, you should really question your voting methods. Check on your friends, make sure they're doing okay. If you get the chance to see them or hang out with them, do. If you notice huge changes in their life, let them know, especially if it's for the better. Because telling my friends this weekend that I was proud of their growth was just an awesome feeling for both of us, I think. Check on your family to make sure they're doing okay. Mine is doing okay. We are trying to figure out the holidays right now to see if there will be any kind of eyeballs on people. Check on yourself. Make sure you're doing okay. I took a little nap this afternoon because, damn it, I needed one. God, I hate time changes. Beyond that, I think I'm doing okay. I need to shave. I'm not sure if I'm going to shave yet. It's that time of year. I'm like, do I grow the beard or do I not? I don't know. I love you guys, and I will check in with you next week.